Whatever level you coach at, a great tip to remember is to gear activities and any kind of instruction to the skill level you're working with.
If the challenge is too great for where the players are at, they won't learn much and could get hurt. Make it too easy and they'll be bored.
So the idea is to progressively build activities around the player's level of skill to create effective trainings.
We'll now go into a scrummaging position, so lean against each other in a strong scrummaging position. Brace yourself, like tension through your body, lock your core. The third person, which is me on this occasion, will come in, and for 30 seconds I'll just try and move you, and you have to resist that movement at all times, so we stay strong with movement. Excellent. Resist the movement. Excellent, boys. Hang in there. And break. This drill is called the cat drill. It's excellent not just for scrummaging but also for all members of our team for in the jackal situation at ruck time. So the two gentlemen just go down into that position that we had. Go down, have a marker directly beneath your chest, off your knees. Brace yourself as hard as you can into the ground. The person is now going to try and move you off your mark and you'll immediately spring back so that mark is back in the middle of you. Try and hold the ground at all times. Tension through your body. Push down into the ground. That's good. Keep working. And break. This is a core strength drill, which is also excellent for scrummaging. So here we're using an ab wheel. If you go down into the scrummaging position, keep the wheel directly beneath your chest at all times. Good scrummaging position. I'll come in and resist as hard as I can against you. When you're ready, just sink, extend and catch up with your legs, maintaining that wheel directly beneath your chest. Go. Just stay there. If that wheel goes out in front of you, like so, how does that make you feel?
Weak, hurts my back.
Weak and hurts your back. At all times, the arms must be directly beneath the chest. What does that make you feel like?
Feel strong.
Strong. Lock your core. Maintain that strong position at all times. One more, thank you. Thank you. Fellas, those drills that I've just taken you through, what benefit do you think it has to us in the game?
It's important that we work on our core strength and our neck strength, because unlike a scrum machine, the live scrum does not stay still, it's dynamic, so we have to be able to react to what the opposition do, and strength through our core and our neck allows us to stay stable and get our good push going forward.
So basically we're saying to stay strong with movement. How do we feel during those drills?
It's hard, like especially the resistance, it makes you work, you know, so you're always concentrating on keeping that core strong and pushing, you know, in a safe sort of strong position. So, you know, you're always sort of working.
One thing also, boys, is that when you're working as a unit, it's most important that the person who's going against us, who's given us the resistance, understands what the goal is and that he isn't going to be the toughest, strongest and ruin the drill. The whole idea is when you ask someone to give 90%, they give 90%, so we can get the ultimate out of the drill. And then it's our turn to do the same. We help them. And by helping each other, we just lift the bar across the board. Fair enough?
Very cool.
Here's your mark. In terms of the setup, what we're looking for is that all front row players have got their head above their hips, that the props touch on my call of touch, and it is a full touch and they pull their arm back, and then they wait for their call of engage and don't go beforehand. Crouch, touch, pause, engage. Once we've engaged, the two things I'm really looking for is that we get a good hit and that the scrum is square and stable for the ball to be fed.
As we've all seen over the years, scrums don't always go to plan. Scrum collapses are potentially dangerous moments in a game.
So how should players prepare for and deal with scrums when they go wrong? If you're a scrum coach or a forward, you'll find some great activities that Mike Cron takes us through in the bonus section.
The two things I'd recommend you do is, for all players, just to put their face in the mud, which means that they'll end up with their neck in their neutral position again, which is the strongest and safest, and everyone just to stop pushing. What will happen is if a front rower particularly is in a vulnerable position and the locks and loose forwards are still pushing from behind, this can get his neck into a bad position. So I think if we have a golden rule that as soon as the scrum collapses, we all stop, that is the safest technique.